Special week is what this is. I love my microphone. Oh. Hey dudes, how's it going? I am so excited. I cannot believe this week is finally here. I also can't believe it's called Special Week, but it's only now that I'm like really saying it out loud that I'm understanding how strange that is. But I've been planning this for so long, and this whole time I've been like, oh, it's a special week of videos, so let's call it Special Week. So that's just that, it's staying. The reason why this week is special is because normally this week, this sort of time of year, every year, my church, Meadoway Chapel, in partnership with Houston Christian Disciples, run a summer camp called SonRise, spelt with an O because it's like a fun play on words, because Jesus is the Son of God and he rose from the dead. But with lockdown and coronavirus, it's just been totally impossible to run that sort of thing. So this is not a recreation of that, because it would be totally impossible to try and recreate going swimming and playing rounders and doing group craft activities and having film night and dress up night and all this stuff. So don't be expecting that. But this is definitely a nod towards the fact that this week would have been our summer camp. So you guys are going to get 5 videos, one for every day that SonRise would have been on. And in these videos, you will get a fun, random, weird activity of a variety of stuff, and a personal, genuine recommendation of a YouTube channel which I think you guys would really benefit from, that will offer different stuff to what this channel offers, but also fantastic content. So I hope you enjoy these videos. These videos are especially for those of you who had already booked on to SonRise when we thought it was going to go ahead. But the more the merrier, everyone is welcome, so hope you enjoy. So without further ado, welcome to Special Week.
Facing this way.
Well, yeah, we're facing the camera. We are at Cromer Beach.
Yay.
It's a good beach. And we're going to do a Sandcastle competition, and you guys can judge who does it the best.
I will.
Oh, the idea Katie had was a haunted house theme. Half an hour on the clock. Starting now.
We need a house-looking thing.
House looking shape, yeah. The sand is a bit crumbly, you know. Could really do with some water. Actually, maybe we could just do collecting a load of that wet sand.
I could just destroy her sandcastle. I'm not going to do that. Because I'm not me.
Ow, 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 ow. I need more sand.
I really want to knock her stuff, but I'm not going to do that. All these corner on houses, moats.
Moats. Well, they're not generally around houses as such.
Could be a fence.
A scary fence.
Also, when you left, I was thinking about just destroying yours.
Were you?
Yeah.
I was thinking about you doing that as well.
Look at this. Oh, I fell. There's a massive rock in my ear.
Ooh, guys, what do dragons look like? This looks like a turtle mermaid. Oh, best idea.
Should I?
You're like a kid making a mud. Did you put that in the castle? Rude.
What even is this?
Ugh, get out of my face. Oh my god, there's 20 minutes left. Ah.
Why are you screaming? Oh, I need to move. This is tricky. Oh, this is like literally, look. It's literally crumbling. Just even like, honestly, I think I'm gonna win, because look at this. I can't even see this, but it's a creation. And it's a good creation. This is just a mess.
No comment.
Ah!
Ah! Oh my gosh! You are going to town with the weed. Why do I keep finding weird stones in my thing, really?
It wasn't me! Mine just looks weird.
No comment.
Should just destroy gems. Look. It's all good.
You are waiting threatened by my winning haunted house. Oh!
I've got to take you down for the bands.
Well, you know what? The bats just got real. Yeah!
You step on mine, I'll step on yours.
Well, that sounds fair. Ooh!
He doesn't have any eyes.
Hey! Let's take a closer look at this. Let's take us through it.
Move your shadow.
Move my shadow.
So this is the house. It's got a little door. Had a door. The seaweed's fallen off.
Right.
That's the man who lives there.
That rock is a man, okay? It's a big man.
He's got legs and arms. Driveway. A massive fence as well.
Very nice. Anything else?
And that's it.
This is a haunted dragon, right?
Okay.
So this is where you come in. This is his face. He's got two eyeballs. This is the fiery tongue of seaweed. These teeth are all jaggedy. It's got a stone defense system of death stones. Look at this beautiful decor. These are wings. It has a line design. Feather tail. And this is, in my imagination, the dragon's egg, which is protecting. So you come in the mouth to get that. So now it's time for you guys to vote on who you think won. Was it? What is it called?
I haven't got a name for it.
Or was it the evil dragon house?
But mine, oh, it did have a bug on it. There was a bug.
She did have a bug on it though, to be fair. So maybe you do get the automatic win there. The decision's in your hands, guys. So let us know who won and enjoy the interview.
Should I knock it over? Yeah, I think I should.
Ow!
I look very... so yes, I am gay.
Confirmed. Great, you made it to the interview portion of today. Today we are talking with Daniel. You might recognise him from our previous video.
Daniel?
Daniel?
You said Daniel.
No, I didn't.
You did.
Daniel.
Confirmed. I don't think I did. Why would I call you Daniel?
Daniel.
So, quick disclaimer, in this video we are going to be talking about homosexuality. However, we're not going to get into what does the Bible say about it, is it right, is it wrong, blah blah blah. We are just going to ask some questions to help us get an understanding from a gay person themselves.
Okay.
Okay.
I am gay.
Confirmed. So question number one is, what was it like for you growing up as a Christian and hearing about homosexuality?
Well, all of the stuff I heard about homosexuality was never concrete. So, you know, in youth club and stuff, we didn't really talk about it. The only times it was really brought up was, you know, Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. It was never, no one ever said like it was bad, but I always knew it was something that you shouldn't really talk about. It's like murder. There's no need to talk about murder. You just know it's wrong. So, growing up as a Christian, it didn't really have much effect, except just kind of promoting the idea that it's not very good. It's not something you should talk about. Like in high school, people would say gay and stuff.
Mm.
So then when I went to youth club, it was kind of a continuation of that, of being like, oh, well, you know, normal people don't agree with it, and also Christians don't agree with it, so just don't talk about it.
How/when did you know that you were gay?
How? I knew I was gay. Well, it wasn't like a instant thing, but when I was 13, you know, you start to go through puberty and you start to, you know, understand feelings and things like that more. an attraction to people and stuff. So, well, when I definitely knew I was year 10, so what was that?
15?
15, 14?
14, 15.
14, 15. Yeah, around then. I definitely knew. But I came out in sixth form. But how? I feel like the way everyone else does, because I feel like in primary school and stuff, you know, people try to match you up with people like, you should like their boyfriend and girlfriend,
Do you
and aren't
like,
they cute?
like this person?
Yeah, like that sort of thing. But you don't actually understand what those feelings are. Like, you're not actually attracted to girls and stuff, or boys or whatever. So when you start to go to high school is the time that you start to really understand like what liking someone means, or you know what being attracted to someone means. So how is kind of the same way that a straight person would. You know, you just start to see like, I actually really fancy that person and stuff, and I want to do things about it and stuff, and I want to talk to them and all that stuff. So I feel like I just knew it in the same way. It's just it was a lot more confusing, because I should be feeling those feelings towards girls, but I ended up feeling those feelings towards guys. So I thought there was like miscommunication in my head, or something was going wrong, or whatever. Yeah.
How did knowing you were gay affect your faith?
Very badly. Not in a sense that I think people would think, but because I would usually, during high school when I was like trying to think about these things and work out what was going on, I'd usually like walk home and like screaming at God, sometimes out loud, and be like, what's happening? Why is this happening to me? Sounds very dramatic, but like I think I would end up just praying out loud very aggressively in confusion, why I had to deal with it and what it was, and why would I like have these feelings, like what's the purpose of it all, if it is so wrong. So it affected it very badly, because I felt very separate to every other Christian, because I felt like I was going through something that no one else was, and why was I having to? Like, if I wasn't feeling these feelings, I'd probably be fine with God. So why was I suddenly having to deal with such a big thing that no one else was, and everyone else was just brushing under the rug and not talking about? And yeah, so it was very poor. But obviously I couldn't talk about it, because one, it's a taboo subject that you're not really allowed to talk about. You shouldn't really talk about. And two, because I wasn't out and I didn't want anyone to think I was thinking about it. So yeah, very bad. It's just this weird mark, and I don't
Is that
know.
what you keep playing with?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it off, and I don't know. Well, I'm going to change my position so that I don't look at it anymore.
I don't know why I'm smiling.
You can smile. I
I don't know why. It's going to come across
It's not-
strange.
You can smile.
I think it's because my next question starts with "as a gay man," and I just
As a
don't-
gay man.
and I just never really think of you as a man.
Oh, thanks. But you
Do
definitely
you
think
think
of me as gay.
As a gay man, how do you feel like Christians have treated you?
I don't think I've been necessarily treated badly because I'm gay, from Christians, but it's a hard question, because I'm not Christian because I'm gay. I don't know if we've specified this, that I'm not Christian at the moment. But I think the problem I had was that Christians never really spoke about it. So in youth club and stuff, you'd never have a leader speak about being gay, and you'd never have the youth talking about it. So the only times you'd hear it was Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, or, you know, and then everyone would laugh, or like jokes. So, for example, in Christian Union that I was a part of in sixth form, one of the girls just said something about gay marriage and said, oh, gay people can get married, so soon animals will be able to. And everyone was roaring laughing afterwards. And then I kind of sat there, and my other friend, who is a lesbian, she just got really upset and she had to leave, but she didn't tell them why. She just said that she had to study. But that was the only times we talk about it. That was the only comments we'd have. So I don't think I was necessarily attacked or anything by Christians, or I felt necessarily that Christians hated me because I was gay. I just felt like it was something that was just laughable. So how do you talk about something seriously if it's just a laughable joke? You know, how, if I'm having these feelings, or, you know, if I do think that it's wrong, how can I talk about it if it's just a joke to everyone? No one. So that's why I felt so alienated, because, you know, no one was feeling what I was feeling. Everyone just thought it was a big joke. So if I actually was concerned about it and I wanted to talk to someone about it, I'd never turn to a Christian because they would laugh at me. You know, it's laughable to talk about. So yeah, it just felt very alienating, but not necessarily, I didn't necessarily feel attacked. I just felt kind of stupid because I was even having the feelings.
As a gay man, are there any particular terms for gay people that you think are good and okay to use, or are there any ones that you think that's not cool, don't say that?
The classic one that you should never say, and is the most offensive and the worst, is, I've had that yelled at me before a couple of times. You know, I've been on a date with someone and I had it yelled at me when we just sat in a car together, and they've just said, "Oh, you pair of..." It's just there's no affectionate way of saying it. There's no nice way of saying it. It has no pleasant feel to it. It's sort of like the N-word, in my opinion. I would never really say it to my gay friends, but if a gay friend said it to me, it'd be less offensive. As for anything else, I don't really mind. I think you just have to read the room. So if you know someone who's gay and you're friends with them, you can, if you have that, if you're able to joke with each other, and you have that kind of relationship where you can give each other silly nicknames, it's sort of the way that, let's take you for example. If I can make fun of you for, here we go, I don't know, being a girl. Let's say that. Let's be really basic with it and say like, what? That's the gay train. I must be off.
See, he can make that joke because he's gay.
No, so that's the thing is, with you're a girl. So if I started saying like, "Oh, you're a sissy" and stuff like that, and I don't know what's a
you throw like a girl.
Yeah, things like that. If we have the kind of relationship where you don't mind me saying that, and you in your head were like, "Oh, if he said it, that'd be okay," then it sort of works the other way around. So if you called me a fairy, let's say, then, and you're smiling and laughing with it, then that's okay. But if you said like, "Oh, you fairy," and then that's it, then there's no joke there. There's no affection there. The classic way of saying it is it coming from a loving place, or is it coming from a nasty place, or a not really thinking place? But if you say fairy, Nancy, sissy boy, puff, I'm not a fan of these words. I don't want them to be the only characteristic I have, but it depends on the relationship you have with a person. If you know that someone's gay and you're not friends with them, don't use any of the words because you don't know them.
A final question is there anything that you would like to say to Christians about being gay?
Okay. It's a good way of rounding it out, I think.
Thank you.
I'd say this is personal, so you know, different Christians, different gay people might have different opinions. But I don't mind when Christians disagree with it or they have a different opinion. I find it very interesting personally when people have different opinion, because I think that's how you grow in your views of things, you know, is by discussion with people who are opposing to you. So if you have an opinion about being gay, educate yourself. If you still, you know, after educating yourself with actual gay people, looking on YouTube, and there's loads of resources, and obviously reading the Bible, if you still find that, you know, you don't necessarily agree with it, or you have your certain opinions, that's completely fine. And you should be strong in those opinions, and you should be, you know, be happy with the opinion you have. So don't be afraid to tell people. Don't be afraid to, if you meet someone gay, if the conversation comes up, don't just abruptly tell them. But if the conversation were to come up, just say in a loving way your opinion, because it's better to say it than be silent. And have a discussion with them, because they, you know, they might get angry or upset, but some of them might not. And me personally, I'll get a little bit upset, but I'll still talk about it. I'll still happily discuss. We've discussed opinions. We won't share what they are, but and we've had to work out our rhythm. But don't be afraid of your opinion. If it is necessarily against or positive, talk about it. the best way to, develop your opinions and to be strong in your faith is to discuss with other people. That's why we have church groups and Bible studies and discussion groups, so we can talk to each other. So as Christians, you should be strong in the faith you have and the decisions you have and the choices and the opinions. So talk about it. Because I personally went through the entirety of church and youth clubs and all these things never speaking about it, and that did me no favours. That didn't make anyone feel better, just because it's quite, being against it or not agreeing with being gay can be quite scary to share with people right now. It's worse to stay silent. So talk about it. Just be confident in your opinion and discuss with people. That's what I'd say. You've just watched an interview with a gay boy. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something or found it interesting. And I hope you growed in your opinion. Or changed in it. I don't know.
Did you say growed?
Growed.
Cool. Thank you for your time, Daniel. No,
Very well.
Corona.
Oh. You're very welcome. Yeah.
A minute is a really short time to go into arguments for and against practicing homosexuality, so we're going to take a slightly different stance with it today. You should listen to your spiritual teachers and respect their leadership. The Bible says teachers will come under harsher judgment, so they'd be pretty silly for teaching a perspective on this topic that wasn't actually true to the Bible. Speaking of the Bible, you should read it. It's the living word of God and should be your go-to for your beliefs as a Christian. Also, as a Christian, the Holy Spirit lives in us, so tune in and ask it to help you be wise. And finally, a massive part of faith is testimonies, testifying about what you believe. So listen to people's testimonies, particularly people who are Christian and homosexual, however don't practice it, as well as Christians who are homosexual and do practice it. Why do they believe what they do? What encounters have they had with God that you could learn from? Christianity is about living God's way because it's the best. So whatever your opinion is, make sure you do what you do because you trust God. Don't ever believe whatever is easiest. If you disagree with someone else, be gentle. No one is going to change their heart because they felt bullied into it. Be patient and let God change people's hearts, knowing that it could equally be yours he changes. So the first YouTube channel recommendation of this week is, I love her so much, Kyan Tilton.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Kyan.
Kyan makes videos about lifestyle, faith, fashion. Oh, look at that sunbeam. This is how great Kyan is. And I just think you guys would absolutely love her. She's so charming, she's so honest, and she just talks about faith with such passion, and it's so genuine, it's so infectious. So definitely check her out, highly recommend. So definitely go check her out, she is so worth subscribing to. So head over to her channel, I will link it below, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!